Heyo, my Rollercoaster friends, it's Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Project PlanCo. I have decided we are jumping over to Fantasy to finish off the entire Fantasy area, which we have some heavy hitters, the Missy Goods, as well as the park entrance, and a ride skin, and a couple miscellaneous others. We'll be saving the sci-fi plots for our final video, and then sending it over to Batch for polish. So I did close down some rides in the last video, and hopefully that prevents us from crashing. Now, before we get started, Rolled Real Tight said they didn't get a sign for C13, which it's hard to tell what C13 actually is, but apparently, looking at the notes here, which I missed reading, it said Chibi Rodan was not the creator. It was submitted by Rolled Real Tight. So I think we just got the wrong name here, from my understanding, as Rolled Real Tight said they didn't get a plot name for their plot, and the notes say they made this. So what's the one beside it? There's another one. Oh, it's this one. I think it's a 2-for-1 plot. Ah, I see. Okay, I think that sorts that out. Batch, you overreact sometimes. It was like the Gulpy that I placed in the park. He switched it to not placed in park and basically told me to redo the entire thing. And it was like all capitals, read the instructions and watch the video. And then Cody said, I left a comment on the video where you placed the Gulpy station referring to the Outlook platform where elements are sticking through the path. So like this, okay? So my path is slightly too low. That's what's happening here. And these are sticking through. I see. And they want me to replace the entire building because of these. I actually thought they looked good there. I was like, oh, it creates some noise. They're like, I thought that was intentional, like they're posts. You know, it just adds to they're like little sitting blocks. People can sit on them, right? Or trip over them. I personally think it's fine. It's a small error. My problem is if I redo it, I'm just so afraid of a crash. So I'll come back to it. We can even put some on these. Now they can sit on them. There you go, guys. That's how you fix things in 2024. Anyways, a problem for another day. I need to get these last ones placed. I wanted to do Park Spotlight recordings, but I can't because I have to unsubscribe from everything. Then if I unsubscribe from everything, I can't do Project PlanCo recordings because I don't have any of the TMTK. So in order for me to move forward with other videos, I just got to get the rest of this stuff placed. So, and without it crashing. So fingers crossed that we can get stuff done here today. Let me drop a save. All right, so first up is a rebuild. It says updated based off my feedback. That we're talking about this one over here, created by V2 Raven. Did we get a builder sign in for this person? Ah, right here on the side. So I just got to make sure I move this out a little bit. And I'm assuming I'm just going to delete the whole build, which is a little bit tricky, but we'll get this done. Were these bushes a part of it? The bushes of love? I'm not sure. Let's see what you got for us here today, V2 Raven. Whoa, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. A lot more color on it now. A little bit more of a pop. Very nice. And we can go ahead and place it. Oh, however, I think we can go against the alignment cube and line it up to the path just a little bit better there. And yeah, that seems fine. Fantastic Hatter. Nice. Very good. And maybe we can, since the builder sign was a little bit harder to see and I couldn't find it at first, we'll put it right there on the little grass patch. Very good. All right. V2 Raven with an updated build. Love to see it. Let's put that as placed in park and keep going. Oh, ride skin, Fantastic Hatter. I thought Augie was supposed to be doing this. I guess it got passed over to Crazy Girl Nina. Crazy Girl. It says here extra for her #1 fanboy, Johnny. If anyone doesn't know the backstory, I fell in love with Crazy Girl's build from our contest. They won, and then Crazy Girl took over Missy Goods, which we'll be doing in this episode, and I saw a screenshot of it, and I got all giddy, which I now don't remember what that looks like because it was like a month ago, but I was trying to get them to build something else because people were giving up on their plots, and I decided, or I guess somebody decided to give them the Fantastic Fantastic Hatter. So let's go ahead and subscribe to this. I've never seen this before. Not looking. Let's see what this looks like. Holy Toledos. Yo! That is fantastic. Oh my god. Okay, we're going crazy girl style. And yes, I am your #1 fanboy, Crazy Girl. Let's go. And you guys can see why. Hopefully, I'm not your only fan after this. Oh god. Did I just say that? Only fan. That I guess that's a thing. Am I your only fan? It just doesn't sound good now that there's a thing called OnlyFans, right? That's hilarious. I am dying inside. That is so funny. No, you should have more than one fan because your creations speak for themselves. I am your only fan. That is hilarious. Please recolor the ride. 1 + 2 F 3. Okay. All right, we can do that. Last time I recolored the Gulpy ride, it crashed. So fingers crossed here. Now there's a little bit of clipping here. Is that intentional? I gotta assume that's intentional. The ride shouldn't clip there, right? Okay. Let's, I mean, it's aligned to the cube. Let's go ahead and boop, place it. The Fantastic Hatter. Love it. So, great little side character. As we all know, Hat's Fantastic never really had an original character. It's just a hat. And this character was kind of depicted from Bitter Elegance when they did this Fantastic Hatter in one of their previous parks, which gave me the inspiration to bring it over to this and give it like a look. So the Fantastic Hatter lives again, perfect for fantasy area as they are like a tertiary character, but they also make an appearance on the Alice in Wonderland coaster, the Malice in Wonderland, the Missy in Wonderland coaster. There's some sort of tea table or something. Anyways, we'll probably ride this coaster today anyway, so you'll probably see it. And yeah, so tertiary character probably, you know, doesn't need a big spot in the park like we did with Gulpy and Tiki and all those characters. More tertiary to the likes of like Just Ribbon, you know, something epic, something cool, but not like their own ride in their own whole little area, right? And for a tertiary character, their prominence is very good. I think Crazy Girl did a fantastic job on this, and these hats are awesome. Wow. Yeah, this looks incredible. Absolutely incredible. The color palette is also really great. Using those pinks and teals, even the little bits of red and the dross, the measuring tape, the yellow, all of that we see incorporated into little bits and pieces around. So very, very good. Let me drop a save and try to recolor. I also like the teapot over there. So if I understand this correctly, you want the first one to be F. Okay, let's try this. F. Okay, so that's white. Then 3, you want F. 1, 4. Is that a D? D, A, 3. Pink. Yep, that makes sense. 7, 7, E, 7, C, 3. Done. What about our operator? I guess we could just copy. Let me turn reshade off. We'll copy the colors for the operator. Hell yeah. And there it is. That looks really nice. And then we got the little play over here, play on things. In fact, wondering if we should make that red pink. Actually, it's fine. Yeah, Crazy Girl Nina. You a crazy girl. Absolutely insane. These teapots are great because Fantastic Hatter, it's the tea time, the Malice in Wonderland, all so freaking cool. Oh, I didn't notice this. This is the measuring tape for the queue. Very clever. What we got going on over here? Neat. Very, very neat. The measuring tape, what a clever idea. Love it. I absolutely love it. Wow. Crazy Girl doing it right. Doing it justice. Let's go. Let's get you a builder sign. Placed in park. Next up, Toroscon is doing our area entrance at F09. Here we go. The Magica Mundi. Magica Mundi. And it should be popping up here. Whoa. Holy moly. I love the pinkishness to it. That's fun. Wow. Good googly moogly. Good magical Mundi. Wow freaking wee. That's epic. Absolutely legendary. I just love how, I don't know, it almost looks, it's so heavy. There's so many pieces here. It's like a fortress of houses. It looks armored. Slash. Ooh. job. I like the introduction of the characters there. In fact, I kind of wish they were up front. But no, that kind of makes sense. Like, you go into the park, you meet the characters, and then as you leave, they wave you goodbye. But yes, these are our fantasy characters, right? Hatter, Goods, Princess, and we have the Cheshire Cat. Cheshire. We didn't do a Christmas character. I'm a little sad about that now. I guess what it would have been Sugary Emporium. That's like the one thing we didn't build something for. And apparently Sugary Emporium is Great Britain. That's the music. So I don't think that's happening. Could have done like a little Santa or something. Anyways, that's great. Yes, I love the colors. You know, it's very pinkish, and I think that very much works. If you look at what we got going on here, we have a Princess Amelie. Well, her color is like blue, but Missy Goods has her little pink donuts, and Fantastic Hatter's got his pink hat. Cheshire Cat's pink. So we got a lot of like girly and pinkish characters, and I love how that's all depicted. Princess Amelie having that blue. We have the contrast of the pink. It's very fun. Very fun area. I love the way this boarding station turned out. These boarding stations have been so exciting. Or not boarding stations, park entrances. They have been so exciting, and all of you guys have done a fantastic job at delivering the best of the best. I love it. You know what you should have done? Maybe we could do it. There should be a pink penguin in here. You know what I mean? That might work. Yeah. I am so... there's these like little changes that I want to do as I'm going, but I'm so afraid of a crash now. I am paranoid. I just want to like do as little as possible so I can save it and get it over to Batch. And hopefully his computer doesn't have the same issues as mine. Maybe just I need a good clean uninstall and reinstall of the whole park and all the downloads. But I think it was related to me having all of the rides running. So fingers crossed at least. Anyways, let's get you a builder sign here. Toroscan. Great build. Let's tuck this off to the corner. Toroscan. Definitely a recognizable name at this point. I've seen several builds in several of the areas from you now. Fantastic work, man. Great job. Got that placed in the park. Next up includes 2 shops and a 1 ATM. It's F11. Assuming that's this one. 2 shops and an ATM. Let me save it. So paranoid. And this one is built by Fiero. Okay, it's called Shop Facade for Project PlanCo by Fiero. Is it a facade? If it's a box? Is it a facade like something flat? I don't know. Now you got me questioning my reality. Oh wow, I nailed that alignment cube. Wowzers. Just nailed it. Good googly moogly. That's a golden building. Very tall as well. Holy moly. But I do like the goldenness of it. It does break up the, I mean, I guess the roof kind of matches that of the Princess Amelie and ties that together. Yeah, kind of goes with it, but just like kind of inverted, right? Got the light blue and white. Very cool. We got a lot of colors happening in fantasy, and I love it. Absolutely love it. The ATM's nicely integrated. Very cool. Love the ivy and the garden work around the sides. Looking nice. Very solid build by Fiero. Let's go ahead and get you a builder sign. Where can I steal one from? Batch. Just grab one of these 16 batch builder signs. We'll put you off in the garden here. I think that's a good spot for it. F-U-E-R-O. Euro. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Very good. Go ahead and put that as placed in park. Got 2 more to go here. And one of them's from batch. Okay. It's time for Crazy Girl again. You going crazy. Up in here, let's go. I've been waiting for this moment for a very long time. Oh my freaking god. Donuts galore. One thing I like about Missy Goods is the black and white character, and the only bit of color that they have is a pop of pink. And it's not too much. It's like edgy. It's so cool. I think it's awesome. It's such a cool color palette. Simple, less is more. No. Wowzers. You made a basic shaped donut with sprinkles. Missy in Wonderland. There she is. Cheshire Cat. She's up there with the donut. Another big donut there. I love me some basic shape art, you guys. I love it. Almost all the builds that I do and I've done in the past, if you go to my workshop, you'll notice like I'll try to build a character out of basic shapes, or I'll do like a facade, a sign out of basic shapes. And you would have saw that from my recent build with High Noon. Although the High Noon one was the first time I ever traced a shape using an image. I was a little bit struggling with that. But yeah, I love it. I love seeing the basic shape art. I think it's amazing. Love the big black and white castle with the pink edge work on it. Oh, even these little pillar caps are donuts. That's incredible. What do we have here? Signs. Go inside. Oh, okay. Go inside. But are you tricking me to go into an exit? Is that what's happening here? Got ya! I thought there was going to be a got ya sign. It should go up an exit. Wow. This is quite bananas. I love the chessboard flooring, and it's like a neon. Ooh, and we go through like a donut hole. What's going on here? Whoa! Wait, is this a part of your station? Or was this here before? I don't even know anymore. What? Wait a second. I have to... No, I don't... I'm trying to think who made that. Was it Crazy, or was it BB-8? Either way, I love it. You both get credit. This is amazing. Please raise the floor if the station shows. It's not showing. Add a trigger to the coaster. Drag the trigger point here. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Whoa, there's a lot of triggers. I'm seeing this parse error again. Add a trigger. I wonder if these parse errors are causing my crashes. Huh, parse error. You can see the parse error on the trigger even. We've just got too much bloat in this park. And then we're gonna name this one Crazy Girl. And then see, it says parse error. Normally doesn't that say add object? Why can't I add object? Done. It crashed. Yeah, there was no add trigger button. There was only a parse error. I have a feeling all of the triggers on all of our rides are creating these crashes. There's parse errors, and then as they're going through these triggers, it's like blamp. So this might just be an issue with the straight up amount of triggers we got in this park, because each ride does have a lot of triggers. Anyways, I'll see you guys in 15 minutes, I guess. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. I crashed 3 more times trying to replace this station and get that trigger to go. The parse error has disappeared. I clicked the trigger, and then I would like click off of it and then edit the trigger sequence and then click off of it, redo it, and then the parse error is gone. So I don't know if we have to go around and do that for all of the rides. This is getting nerve-wracking. But so I don't know how to, I set the door to open at 0 seconds. I don't know how to pause it and then force it to close. And I don't know how to set the pause for 3 seconds. The only option it gives me is the how long. So I don't know how to pause something with a trigger. So I'm just gonna leave it for now. The door will open, but it'll probably close like halfway on the train. So if Batch knows how to pause it, maybe we can look into that. Maybe he can look into that. As of right now, my only concern is trying to get these blueprints in and before the game crashes again. And I'm trying to think, like, how do we solve this? Because this park, the last thing I was worried about was a crash. It wasn't even on my mind. It wasn't even a concern to me. I've been over the 700 park spotlights I've done and all the big projects I've seen and all the things that I've dealt with over the years in Planet Coaster. Crashes were very far and few between and not common. The fact that I've had so many in such a short period of time on so few episodes is making me think we got to go back to the drawing board. Now, I have to, if anybody knows, I think I have an idea when the crashes started. It was after we did the spooky episode, I'm pretty sure. So everything up until that point, there were no crashes, right? There was one a very, very, very long time ago when we did this, but that was so long ago. And then there was nothing in between. And then we do the spooky video, and it was just like one after another, after another, after another. So what I'm probably thinking I'll do, depending on finish the park, get all the blueprints in so that we could see the finished areas, right? Even if I have to deal with crashes along the way, we'll just get it done. And then, because we're really right there, like we just finished Fantasy today. I have a blueprint here that says From Batch? I'm not sure why. He wants me to replace... All the blueprints are in. What is this building? F-16. I don't have an F-16. It's this build. I think Batch is just unhappy with his own build or something and wants to update it. Final polish. Check if empty parts are covered by neighbors. I think it's just a note to himself. I think it's fine, Batch. So we don't have to worry about that. So the fantasy episode for today is done. I would love to ride that coaster, but I'm afraid of another crash. And this thing is just self-imploding. My thought process is, what do we do? Well, we'll go to the sci-fi area, try to get these in, ride that coaster, showcase it, and now we've officially placed 100% of the 133 plots, right? Then I can pass it over to Batch and see if he has as many crashes as I did. Maybe for whatever reason, like maybe I just need to unsubscribe to the park or like re-download the TMTK. Like maybe there's just a hitch on my end, and on his end, maybe nothing is wrong. And then if he's having just as many issues, I will have to upload a version of the park before we did the spooky area. And both Batch and we can get on a call and just start placing everything and see when the crashes start to occur. I don't know how like I have the save file for when I did spooky. So if I go back to that save and we just start slamming in blueprints and filling out all of the areas, and we come across a crash, we might be able to pinpoint when that crash occurs. So that's like one thought process, is work backwards to the point of which it all began. And something from spooky onward was the culprit, and I don't know. I know we attached a bunch of triggers to this log flume, and this log flume uses a mod. That might be something that's potentially causing it, or just the fact that we're using a modded log flume in the first place might be an issue. And I had the suspicion that it was this thing that used a bug for the haunted house. That might not be it. It might just be the modded log flume, and maybe it doesn't like triggers. So we might have to just not have any triggers on this log flume, or we might have to even consider turning the log flume into like a coaster, just that doesn't use mods. I don't know what the solution is. However, I am able to do stuff for, like, as long as I'm not like building anything, adding anything. It seems like when I make a big action, it crashes. So I'll finish the sci-fi area, get it over to Batch, and if Batch is having just as many crashes, we'll have to work backwards and figure out what to do. And if Batch is able to work through the crashes and get the polish done, then just panning some cameras around and walking through the park on play mode, riding the rides. If I could get the videos recorded and I get the park presented, then it's done, right? It's just the biggest downside and the biggest bummer of all this is every time I do something for 15 minutes, it crashes and it takes 15 minutes to load. I've been at this computer since, I want to say, like 1 p.m., 1 or 2 p.m., and it's 5 p.m. now, just doing one video. It's like half my day is gone just to do one video, and I really want to move back to doing some park spotlights and stuff and other things. So yeah, it's just this super unfortunate. I never would have saw that these crashes become a problem. Anyways, fantasy, I don't want to bring the mood down, but my mood is down. I slept on this overnight, and I was like, okay, I'll go back to it today, and I'm just having the same problems here today. So if my focus is a little bit off, you guys know why, and it is what it is. But I think you guys did an amazing job in these builds. Really big fan of what you did here on either end here, Crazy Girl Nina, as well as a big fan of what you did here, Toroscan. Beautiful park entrance, and this is the whole area. It's come together just incredibly. Fantasy is awesome, absolutely awesome. So I didn't talk to Enigmandra. I know Batch said Enigmandra was working on this, so I'm sure Batch has been in communication with Enigmandra about this little plot thing. I'm gonna try to ride the coaster. If it crashes, I'm just ending the episode. Can't deal with these reloading all the time. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day in the case that this thing crashes. And let's oh gosh, am I gonna bother with reshade? I don't know if reshade's causing it either. I'm just trying to do all the math in my head. All right, Missy goods, Missy bad, let's go. Build by Crazy Girl. And I did add sign for Be Beyond. Ooh, look at this queue. This is fantastic. Go around the tea table. Look at all the little custom art pictures he did. That is adorable. Really nicely done. I like this fancy wallpaper, the checkerboard floor, and there she is. Let's attempt to throw it into test mode. Oh God, I am like a nervous wreck. Can we just enjoy this coaster, please? Game? Let's go. And the door opened, right? I wasn't even paying attention. It crashed. Ah! Heyo, it's Future Johnny reporting in. Over the last couple weeks, I've been trying to fix this park. I don't know if it's successful, but I've seen some success. You'll see in the next video what I've done and what I go over, but I figure in order to truly test this, I am scared to death, but I couldn't end the episode off without testing the coaster, and I can't test the coaster unless the park is fixed. And a future episode, Future Johnny has attempted to fix the park, and this is Future Johnny crossing his fingers that we've maybe done it. Hopefully. So, fingers crossed. Malice in Wonderland, test, ride. We're going reshade off. Oh boy, I'm so nervous. I just want to enjoy the park and all the work we've put into it. And it's been a heartbreaking experience. Last time I did this video was weeks ago, and I think it crashed about here, right? So far, so good. It's a little bit behind, probably because the park's getting laggier. Yeah, it's definitely like 2 or 3 seconds ahead. And that's probably because the park's getting laggy. So, wow. Okay. Good news, bad news, great news. We rode the coaster. Fingers crossed that this version of the park that I have saved here is hopefully somewhat stable. I mean, we were able to ride a coaster. If I'm able to ride a coaster and get a recording out of it, we can present this ride at least. Who knows what kind of things can go wrong from here. It's been very rocky. In terms of the coaster not syncing up, and the song was a few seconds ahead of the coaster, not a big deal. We simply take that MP3 player and shuffle it 3 seconds ahead or something. So just put like, the song starts a little late. That's all. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. We rode the coaster, and for me, that is a massive, massive victory, because you guys are watching this video now, but I basically haven't even touched my computer or Project PlanCo. I mean, I've touched Project PlanCo, but I haven't made any episodes. I haven't made any content. I got really depressed, and I tried to restart the park, came to an ultimate crash, tried to restart. I've been rebuilding the park over and over and over and over again. And finally, I think I have a somewhat stable version. I have not run into a crash yet, and riding that coaster was a big victory. Talked to Enigmandra. They have this whole area built. They said that Batch was going to put it in, but Batch is currently MIA. Sent me a message on Discord saying he's having some computer issues or something, which is somewhat unnerving for sure, because we're going to need Batch's help to do a few things. But we'll talk more about what I did in the next video. That'll be a whole episode in and of itself. And then we'll go over to finish up the sci-fi area and send it on over to Batch. I don't know. And we're going to have to see what happens from there. So the project is a bit on pause. We're going to be doing a very, very slow chipping away at things. But the positive news is I think I have a stable file of the park, which is good. And yeah, all right. So amazing job on this one, Crazy Girl. A beautiful job on Missy Wonderland boarding station. And that is a look at the fantasy area for this fantasy episode. Next week, we're going to be, as you could have saw, I mean, last time I recorded the beginning of this video, because this is Future Johnny, was weeks ago, but I'm sure there was plenty of crashes and distraught Johnny throughout the whole video, and it put me in a very dark place. So hopefully I can move forward from here, and we'll talk about it more in the next video, what I did and where the park stands. And then we'll go over to sci-fi and then save that version of the park off, and hopefully Batch has sorted out some stuff. We'll do a little bit of final polish and hopefully get this park presented. Woo! All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Missy in Wonderland. That's going to wrap it up for this episode of Project PlanCo. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye now.